Hi everyone, you are listening to the Manifesting Straight Talk podcast, and I'm your host, Rachel Chamley. I'm a mindset and manifesting coach from the UK, and I am here to ignite that fire inside of you. If you are a female entrepreneur or change maker, or just a woman that is wanting more from life, then you are in exactly the right place. I am going to give you my no-nonsense, straight-talking advice to manifesting and show you how to take your life to that next level. So if you're ready, dive in now. Hi everyone, welcome to this week's podcast episode. This week, I'm going to do a little bit of freestyling because I've just had a thought pop in my head and I thought I need to explore this topic because it just excites me. And it's something that needs to be talked about. So us as humans and people constantly crave trust from others. We are constantly looking for those trusting relationships, trusting bonds, feeling safe with others, that they're not going to betray our trust, or they're not going to do something that breaks that trust. And we are constantly measuring the trust that we have in other people and the world around us. And we constantly look for that security in it. We constantly look for that trust that money's going to flow in, that commitment that money's going to come in, that trust that you're going to get love from someone. It's constantly looking outside for this trust all of the time. And yet, inside of us, we don't often trust ourselves. Now, by that, you might be thinking, I trust myself. What are you talking about? But actually, we have the two parts of our being. We have our persona, and you've heard me talk about this before. It was on a podcast episode a few weeks ago. But we have our persona, which is made up of all the things that have happened to us, all the beliefs we've got over time, all the experiences we've had on this earth. And our persona is multi-layered, multifaceted, but it's potentially made up of all the things that have happened rather than the things that have come through from another time, come through from your soul. It is all based on logic and facts and things that you think are potentially real. Now, the next side of you is your higher mind, your higher self, your soul, your intuition, your guidance system, your radar of how to navigate this world and how to navigate this universe. And this higher system, this higher power that is in you already, you are born of it, you are made of it, it is there, it is screaming, it is wanting to run the show. We don't allow that to take over. We don't trust that enough to run the show. So when I say we don't trust ourselves, we don't trust our own innate power. We don't trust our own energy inside that knows all the answers, that knows exactly what to do, that knows your next step, that shows up and tells you exactly where to go, what to do, who you need to talk to, what book you need to read, what course you need to take, what job you need to leave or the job you need to go to. All that stuff is always inside of us, and yet we don't trust it. And remember, everything is a mirror. When we are looking outside of us for trust all the time, but potentially not trusting ourselves, are you then finding that you're not actually getting that trust outside? Because when we're not trusting ourselves, we are then creating a lack of trust outside of us as well. It is that internal mirror that always happens. So if you're feeling like you're not getting those trustworthy relationships outside, or you're not feeling that trust from someone, or someone keeps breaking your trust, maybe look inside and look at how much are you trusting yourself? How much are you trusting your decisions? How much are you trusting the first thing that comes into your head when it's your higher mind versus all the things that you start to doubt yourself, you start to hold yourself back, you start to rationalize it, you start to put logic to it. And all of a sudden you're on a whole other plan. You're doing a whole other thing that you think is right because other people have done it that way, or society says that's what you should do, or you know that this makes logical sense. So you then go down a path and a route that is not trusting your inner power, is not trusting your intuition, is not trusting your soul's guidance, and is really taking you down a different path that you are not meant to be traveling. And it all comes down to how much we trust that intuition, how much we trust that we have all the answers inside of us. Now, some people are more connected to that than others, but that doesn't mean you can't build this connection. Like any relationship, you can build the connection between your persona and your higher mind so that they work together, not against each other, not rivaling, because that is when you feel out of alignment. When you are feeling the heavy emotions, the boredom, the frustration, the lack, the draining energy, like you are feeling fatigued, you're feeling tired, you're feeling emotional, all them things is because you are out of alignment with your inner guidance system. You are out of alignment with your soul's path. Your inner guidance system is here to show you what you are meant to be doing, where you are meant to be going. It is your navigation system, your soul's GPS. And how it comes through to you is by showing you your desire. It shows you the thing to do next, and you feel that excitement kick in, you feel that thing light you up. And then your persona comes in and goes, no, that can't be for you. So then you start to trust the persona and not the inner guidance system. How many of us have had this before? I know I did so many times before I started this path. I would never go with anything that felt totally crazy. Well, I did do things over time now looking back, but I didn't know I was following my intuition. I didn't know I was following what lit me up. I just got to the point where I was like, enough's enough. But the thing is, we don't have to get to the point when enough's enough. We could actually make this our reality now. We could start to build that trust, start to turn this round internally and watch everything around you. You will see your whole world transform because you will trust that you are fully supported. You will trust that the money comes to you. You will trust that you cannot make a mistake. You will trust that everything just gets better and better and better. And that is exactly how it's meant to be. Your soul come to create miracles. Your soul come to create heaven on earth. It literally did. So what we've got to do, we've got to let it do its thing. We've got to let it out. We've got to let it grow, let it expand, let it show you the way. We've got to trust it. We've got to trust ourselves. Your soul is not something outside of you. It's not something different. It's not this sudden epiphany that you will have one day, like a lightning bolt coming down. It is a relationship you grow. It's a trust. You let it take over. You let it build. You let it become part of your daily life. You let it show you the way. It really is communication. Now, this has been totally freestyling, but I really hope this has resonated with you this week. And I want to give you a little bit of steer on how you can start diving into this. So I want you to start to think, where are you at? Do you feel out of alignment? Do you feel completely happy with the life that you're living? Or do you feel like things are missing? Do you feel like things could be better? Do you feel that draining energy? Do you feel all that negativity around you and inside of you? Because that shows that you're out of alignment. That shows that something needs to change. Something needs to alter to get you back into alignment and flow. So if you are at that point where you feel like things can be better, then that is where you need to start to make a shift. So that's the first thing. Check whether you are feeling in alignment. And when you feel in alignment, you feel like you feel like you trust your next step. Even if you can't see it all, you feel in complete trust that everything is going well and everything is working for you. And if you are not there yet, that's when you need to explore it. The next thing is thinking, how much are you not doing the thing that you know in your heart? You get that nudge, you get that niggle, you know that next thing, and I know everybody knows their next step. They're just denying it. So that next step, that next feeling, that next thing that's drawing you in, why are you not acting on it? And journal this out. Why are you not acting on that today? Why are you not going for that thing? Why are you not trusting that this is your soul's navigation system leading you to the best thing for you? Because your soul will literally lead you to the best possible outcome. It might take a bit of disruption in your life at the minute, but it's for something better. It is always for something better. So if you're not doing that now, why not? And journal this out. This will be a powerful exercise. You really need to think, if you are getting that pull, if your heart is singing at something and going, yes, this is the thing, but your logical mind is kicking in and saying no, you need to ask yourself why you are not trusting your inner guidance. Why is that being stopped for you? And that will really start to open things up. Now, it is so important we start to trust this inner guidance system, because it's the true reality of life. It's the true purpose of why we're even here. It's what we're made for. It's what we're made up of. And I will pull another quote out the bag today. So I've got a quote here from Einstein, and this is incredible. Einstein said, "The intuitive mind is a sacred gift, and the rational mind is a faithful servant. We have created a society that honors the servant and has forgotten the gift." So that is exactly what I'm saying here. Your intuitive mind, your higher mind, is a sacred gift. Your rational mind is a faithful servant. But what we've done in society is we've put that above our gifts. We've put that above our innate nature. And that's not right. So I hope this episode resonates with you, and I hope you start to explore the intuition, and I will catch you next week. Bye. I'm Rachel Chamley, and you've been listening to the Manifesting Straight Talk podcast. If you're not already following me on social media, make sure you come and find me on Instagram. I'm at Rachel Chamley, or come and join the Manifesting Straight Talk Facebook group. All my details are in the show notes, so you can catch me there. But I hope you've been left feeling inspired after this podcast. It was so much fun. Join me next time for another episode of Manifesting Straight Talk.